What kinds of things do you think are funny? Do you find any of these things funny? Allow me to tell you what I find humorous. When someone who's in the business of making predictions and prophecies, which don't seem to be coming true, attacks someone else who makes predictions and prophecies that aren't coming true either. And while it is a fact that Harold Camping should be confined to a room somewhere and made to write the next sequel to the movie Avatar, William Tapley is by no means in a position to be calling anyone else a false prophet. William Tapley says the tribulations began on October 13th. World War III began on November 23rd, that there wouldn't be a 45th Super Bowl, that President Obama would start World War III in November 2010, that there would have been a great illumination of conscience, that there should have been a miracle in Garabandal. 2010 was the last year for postage stamps. There will be $6 bills and a 66-mile-an-hour speed limit. We would have a 6-month year with 60 days each. Sundays would be eliminated. The 24-hour day will be changed into 4 6-hour segments. William Tapley says that he's a true prophet of the Almighty God, and what he offers as proof are the attacks on his videos. As he says, only true prophets are attacked. Attacks on videos? Much like your attacks on Harold Camping? Does that not, by William Tapley's standards, make Harold Camping a true prophet? To get an appreciation of the scope of the Third Eagle's accuracy, let's focus in on the eschatological rummage sale that he calls his World War III prophecy, pulled directly from his book and videos. Since 2007, William Tapley has blasted us with threats of impending horror of World War III. He has been telling us for a long time and made it very clear that President Obama would start World War III just before the November 2010 elections. But when October 13th rolled around, his favorite date for World War III, by the way, he had a different story. Now, Satan tried to start the war by attacking Israel with Iranian missiles. Thankfully, Jesus was able to sneak into the Iranian missile site disguised as a Mossad operative and blew the missiles up underground before they were able to be fired. By November 23rd, however, North Korean leader Kim Jong-il started World War III by shelling a small South Korean island, and suddenly Kim Jong-il had now replaced Vladimir Putin as the last king of the North, and World War III began this time in earnest. No, wait. Now I think it might be starting in Egypt. Syria. Or Yemen. Would you believe Libya? Wait, hold on. Just can't seem to get that damn war started, huh? This is in stark contrast to his sobering account of the opening act of World War III in his book. I read from page 43. Here we first observe the surprise nuclear attack which starts World War III. The second angel's trumpet announces the dropping of an ICBM and is part of the destruction of Babylon, which of course is the United States and England. I'll also read from page 52. It's difficult to interpret the start of the Great War as anything but a surprise nuclear attack. Compared to the account of World War III written in his book, his clumsy attempts to explain away what is actually going on in the world is like watching a little man chasing a giant runaway fire hose, flopping wildly back and forth in the air. But don't look now, because suddenly Obama has been profoundly converted. Because President Obama recited a few nice verses from the Bible over the Arizona shooting, William Tapley had decided that Barack Obama, the leopard in Daniel, the fourth beast in Revelations, and the last American president who would lead this country to virtual destruction and annihilation, has now changed his mind and his life, and has been profoundly converted, and is no longer a player in the New World Order. Further, William Tapley appeals directly to the President in this video that his life may now be in grave danger because of his change of heart. Not to worry though, before the Secret Service showed up at Tapley's door, we all saw that President Obama must have deconverted again back into the fourth beast. And there is no mention of his life being in danger anymore. So now, President Obama is safe enough to get back into the business of promoting the New World Order and provoking Russian President Putin into starting up World War III again. This leads us to our next problem, the 45th Super Bowl.
So the question is, will God use this year's Super Bowl as a prophecy of the downfall of America and Barack Obama?
No, the real question is, why did the 45th Super Bowl happen in the first place, when you said so many times that it wouldn't?
So in my opinion, the Packers and the Steelers represent traditional America. Now if God cancels the game, would that indicate the defeat of America? But if the game goes on, would that indicate that God approves of traditional America? It could be prophetic by Almighty God that he cancels the game, which would predict the downfall of America, or he may let the game continue. And in conclusion, let me say this. If the game does go on, I will be personally very much encouraged, because that would also indicate that we may also have another elected president. Barack Obama, as the 44th president, may not be the last president, as I have been saying all along.
Just what is it that you're trying to say here? William Tapley has already admitted that the 44th Super Bowl was not the last. Obama will not be our last president, and God approves of traditional America. Further, I say that if Obama is not the last American president, then perhaps he's not the leopard in Daniel, and is not the last king of the South. William Tapley didn't consider the ripple effect of his own words. If Barack Obama is not the last king of the South, then he won't be the one who provokes the last king of the North into World War III. Well, he asked the question, will the 45th Super Bowl be a message to us from God? Personally, I think it was a very clear message from God, straight to William Tapley.